Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm here with the buyer's guide for those of you who are looking to purchase your first AR-15 rifle. But when it comes to buying an AR-15, it's a lot like building a gaming PC in that you can assemble your own individual components for a lot less than the cost of a complete rifle. But if you are completely new to the platform, you're not very familiar with tactical rifles at all, it may be more beneficial for you to just buy a pre-assembled rifle, get more familiar with the platform, and then once you've developed specific needs, build your own rifle from there. So the first rifle that I'm going to talk about today, and it's a completely entry-level rifle, is the Smith & Wesson M&P15. This is really as basic as it gets. The sticker price for this gun was going to run you about $550. In store, you might pay about $600 for it. However, they're just so popular that we've sold all of our M&P15s here at Fox's Firearms, and we only have this M&P10, which is basically the same thing except it shoots the .308 Winchester. But as I've mentioned, this is as basic as it gets. It does everything you need your AR-15 to do. You can make all the tactical embellishments you want. You can swap out the handguard for a quad rail. You can swap out the muzzle device for a cooler flash hider or muzzle brake. You can change out the stock. You can add optics to this rail up top. And when you want to punch holes in paper, unfortunately your holes aren't going to be that close together. This is a 2 to 3 MOA gun, meaning that when you're shooting and you have your center point of aim, your bullets are going to land between 2 to 3 inches of a diameter of a circle within that middle point of aim. So this is really as entry level as it gets, but it is a really good start for you. It's a really good gun for the money. So if you want to get more familiar with the AR-15 and you don't have a lot of money to spend and you just want the complete basics, the Smith & Wesson M&P15 is a good way to go. Moving on, we have the Rock River Arms LAR-15. This is a much more premium rifle with much more premium features. The barrel is of a heavy contour, meaning it doesn't taper down once you reach the gas block. It has a lot of Rock River Arms proprietary components such as this Rock River Arms stock. And you have a custom Rock River Arms quad rail, their own gas block, and the internal parts are a lot better quality than what you'll find on the M&P15, and some of them even come with the Rock River Arms 2-stage mag trigger. This gun is going to cost you about $1,000, and Rock River Arms advertises this gun as being capable of 1 MOA accuracy, meaning that your shots from the middle of your point of aim will be in a 1-inch diameter circle. However, that was probably done using match grade ammo, and I always find those accuracy statistics a little bit misleading because when people shoot, it's generally not with hand loads or match grade ammo all the time. People shoot the cheapest ammo they can get. So what I would be really interested in is how a gun will perform with factory ammo, which I think the accuracy of a gun when advertised should be assessed using the average of factory grade accuracy with match grade accuracy. But with a $1,000 price tag, you're getting a very high quality gun for the money. And this gun is going to satisfy the needs of 99% of all shooters, but if you do have more specific needs, we can go even higher. So this is a Colt LE6920. Colt makes weapons for the US Army and the Marines and a lot of armies worldwide, and this gun is assembled using many of the same components and the same manufacturing process. This has been decked out with Magpul furniture already, but this gun, quality-wise, yes, it is going to be a lot better than the Rock River Arms product, but does that quality necessarily translate into better accuracy? That's debatable, but if you want a gun like this, you are really going to be buying it mostly for the name, for the history and the legacy behind Colt. The sticker price of this gun is going to be about $1,100 in store. You might pay about $1,200, but we've already reached the point in our performance tiers where price to performance kind of levels off and tapers down, and paying more money isn't going to necessarily yield us that much better performance. But there is a higher level performance tier. Now we're talking about Daniel Defense, we're talking about LaRue Tactical, and we're talking about Noveski. Now all those rifle makers generally have custom order rifles, and that many stores aren't going to have them on their shelves readily available, but they generally advertise, high reliability, sub-MOA accuracy, but you gotta ask yourself when you're talking about Daniel Defense rifles, do you really need your gun to be that accurate? The practical use of the 5.56 round only goes up to about 400 meters, and anything beyond that you're hitting like a 22. GIs train up to about 400 yards hitting with open iron sights, but that's hitting center mass, not necessarily shooting for groups. If you do want to shoot for groups, then yes, those rifles will do that for you. They are very good precision carbines, even though a lot of people are using them in tactical carbine competitions. But still, really, you are paying a lot more money for not necessarily that much more performance. And to be interested in a Daniel Defense or a LaRue or a Noveske rifle, you really have to be a die-hard enthusiast and really want to be at that level. You know, you have to acknowledge that you're not going to be getting that much more of a gun, even though you're paying a lot more. And
give him 1 second and he'll take a look at it, okay?
Yeah, speaking about my PC gaming analogy, there's a lot of PC gamer enthusiasts that are agonizing about a few extra gigahertz in overclock, a few extra degrees cooler of system temperature, and does that necessarily contribute to better game performance? No. But why do we spend so many hours performing trial and error to try and get our overclocks higher and our voltages stable? It's because it's an enthusiast thing. We want the best possible equipment that we can get, and that's where the high-end performance tier AR-15 comes in. It's not really about the practicality. It's about getting the best equipment out there. It's about making your rifle the best that it is. So if you really are interested in those level of rifle tiers, then you got to know what you're getting into. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I taught you something about the AR-15 purchasing patterns, and yeah, I will see you in the next video.